Welcome, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us this evening. My name is Chelsea Connor, and I am a BCBA and the Telehealth Clinical Director for ABA eCare. The focus of this evening's workshop is going to be to explain just what ABA services may look like through telehealth for you and your family. Just a reminder that all of the attendees' cameras and microphones are automatically turned off. So as we're going along, if you do have any questions or comments, feel free to drop those in the Q&A, or you can put them in the chat box at the bottom of the screen, and I will answer all of the questions at the end of the presentation. First, I do want to give a brief overview of ABA eCare. Our mission is to enrich the lives of individuals with autism or other unique behavioral and learning needs through virtual technology and applied behavior analysis. We believe that everyone deserves access to compassionate, evidence-based ABA therapy wherever you may live. That is why we have expanded our reach to include telehealth services alongside our existing in-person clinics and academies. We provide outstanding care wherever families need us, in centers, schools, homes, and communities, as well as online. ABA eCare represents expert ABA care wherever we are needed. So you may be familiar with some of our affiliates: Alpine Academy, Behavior Care Specialists, and Interventions Unlimited. We have 46 years of combined experience in autism care. We are excited to help families across the United States to access the highest quality ABA services. We are currently located in 6 states across the U.S., including South Dakota, Minnesota, Iowa, Wyoming, Texas, and Florida, and we are expanding our reach with telehealth services. Our services include currently diagnostic evaluation in Texas and soon in Florida, one-on-one ABA therapy in various settings, in-person and virtual social skills groups, special education with a focus on ABA principles, and parent and caregiver training and consultation. Whether your family receives services in person or virtually, our highly qualified team is specially trained to deliver our programs not only in person, but also via secured virtual platforms. So now you and your family can access that compassionate world-class telehealth service, all from the convenience of your own home. Here is our contact info. You can speak to our intake specialist by calling that 1-866 number, or you can email intake@abaecare.com. I will give this information again at the end of the presentation. I just wanted to put it in here in case anyone wants it ahead of time. I'll leave it up for just a couple more seconds. All right, so let's get started. What is telehealth? Telehealth is defined by the Institute of Medicine as the delivery of healthcare services via electronic modalities. It's important to remember that telehealth isn't a distinct or separate service, but rather it's a way that providers deliver healthcare to their patients that approximates that in-person care. So the standard of care is the same, whether the patient is seen in person or through telehealth. So why telehealth? Almost every family in America has been affected by the COVID-19 pandemic, including those with special needs. So the changes brought about by the pandemic have created many new challenges to individuals with autism and their families. With the safety concerns surrounding the pandemic and the constantly evolving state of technology, telehealth has become an increasingly attractive area of research and practice. ABA eCare makes it possible for ABA services to be available to you when you need it and where you need it. Providing telehealth services does allow a proactive approach to be prepared for continuity of care in the event that in-person and/or in-home services do become abruptly disrupted. If that is the case, your child could still make progress if face-to-face services are not available. Telehealth services also promote enhanced parent training, allowing increased support from your clinician as a caregiver and an educator while supporting your child's continued progress. During telehealth sessions, there may be a mix of individuals from your child's therapy team involved. This might include your BCBA, BCABA, your techs, your child, the client, yourself, and or other family members, whether siblings or grandparents or other caregivers within the household. We do utilize Zoom to conduct telehealth sessions. Zoom is HIPAA compliant. If you'd like to learn more information on how Zoom supports HIPAA compliance, you can visit the link up to the right there to view their HIPAA compliance data sheet that provides a table demonstrating exactly how Zoom does support those standards. You will need a device that has a camera and a microphone. You should designate an area that is quiet or is free of as many distractions as possible that will accommodate your child and anybody else that's going to be involved in the session. If any materials are needed for your child's session, your BCBA or tech will communicate this before your session so that you can gather what is needed. This may include some objects to use for programs or even preferred items to use as reinforcement. Please be sure to openly communicate with your BCBA. They do welcome any and all questions and concerns surrounding your child's services. As mentioned earlier, ABA eCare does make it possible for ABA services to be available to you and your family when you need it. This can include, but is not limited to, a variety of common parental concerns. Some of the top concerns that we hear across the board for ABA services include following instructions, increased independence with daily living skills, especially with toilet training, increased independence with daily routines, and reducing challenging behaviors. These are all areas that could very well be addressed via telehealth services. So the question at that point is, which type of telehealth service model is going to benefit your child and your family with the least amount of risks? I do want to point out that when you do start working with a clinician, before actually starting any services, you are going to go over a risk-benefit assessment with your clinician to just make sure that you understand all the risks and benefits that are associated with telehealth services and determining which service model is going to be appropriate for your child and your family. These are the different types of telehealth service models. Your family may utilize one or a combination of any of these, but no matter which type of service model you and your clinician determine is best for your child, you will work on the same types of goals that you would in your typical therapy program. There's just going to be an increased support surrounding those more naturalistic goals and independent skills for your child. The telehealth services sessions can take place at almost any time of the day to fit you and your family's needs. This could mean early in the morning, afternoons, evenings, late evening routines. And then the session times and those involved in those therapy sessions are going to vary. So sessions could be anywhere from 30 minutes to maybe over an hour, and they could occur at multiple different times throughout the week. So you'll work with your clinician to determine what's going to be best for your child. We always start small and then work up to, longer sessions if that is appropriate. Maybe you have 2 very small sessions during the day. Maybe you have 1 long. Maybe you have, how it's going to look and how your services are going to be presented is going to look completely customized to your child. This is going to look different from family to family. All right, so these next few slides, I do have videos demonstrating what each of the telehealth models may look like. This is the partial telehealth model. So this is when you have a tech in your home, maybe in the clinic or the child's school, that's working in person with your child while the BCBA is supervising remotely via Zoom. So this will not look terribly different from what those in-person services looked like previously, other than there's just going to be 1 less body in the room because that BCBA is supervising the session remotely via computer or tablet screen. So here's a video example of what that may look like.
Can you sit crisscross applesauce with your hands in your lap? Good listening.
Awesome job offering her reinforcement just for following that instruction.
All right, can you find the eggs? Awesome job! All right, can you match? Awesome. Good job.
Try not presenting those SDs as questions and more like instructions.
Find the apple. Awesome job. Match. Good job.
Awesome. I love how you switched up the stimuli and switched it from her matching the objects to the pictures and vice versa. That was great for generalization. Great job, Annalise.
Find a spoon.
All right, this is what it kind of looks like from the parent perspective in the home. You can see the tablet is up on the coffee table and the supervisor is actually supervising remotely that way. So it's set up in a way that she can see the whole program being ran. She can see the client. Give feedback as necessary.
Awesome job.
All right, this next slide is telehealth direct services with telehealth clinical direction. This is where the technician is actually providing treatment remotely with your child via Zoom, and the BCBA is observing the session and giving clinical direction to the tech remotely. So with this mode of telehealth, we do always ask that the caregiver is nearby just in case there is a need to assist your child. I do have 2 video examples for you on this type of service model. However, neither video shows the BCBA supervising remotely. When this is to occur, there would just be 1 extra participant in the Zoom video call, and the BCBA would be giving that clinical direction as they were in that last video clip. So in this video example, the caregiver has been in contact with the BCBA ahead of the session and has prepared the materials needed, and the caregiver also assisted in getting the child set up in the appropriate areas for therapy. Good morning. How are you?
Good.
Good. What are you doing this morning?
Playing with some Barbies today.
Playing with Barbies. Well, look what I
Yay!
have. Let me see your Barbies. How many do you have there today?
I have some kid Barbies too.
Oh,
Look.
that's amazing. What are your Barbies' names?
Swimsuit mermaid.
That's awesome. I love it. Which one is smaller?
The one with the stripes.
Yeah, the one with the stripes. The one you named Kelly.
Yeah.
Good
Kelly.
job. What color is that animal?
Yellow.
What kind of animal is that?
Lion.
A lion. What does a lion say?
Roar.
Yay, you're right. Good job. All right, now that you've got your Barbies, which one are we going to put into the dream house first?
Aha. We should put mermaid swimsuit in.
All right, so put mermaid swimsuit on the top of your dream house.
Okay.
Yeah, she's on the top. Good job. So I've got my chocolate milk, my cup, my bowl and my spoon, and my donut, just like you asked me to get out. So what do I do first?
First, you need to pour the chocolate milk in.
Pour the chocolate milk in what? In my hair?
No, in the bowl.
Oh, okay, ready? Good job. Now what do I do?
Now you have to put the donut in your bowl.
Okay, donut in my bowl.
Now we have to put it in the oven.
Oh, okay. Here's my oven.
Boop. Boop. Wait for it to beep. Beep, 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 beep. Yummy. Let's see what mine turns out like.
All right. Mine's a donut.
And it's a chocolate donut.
A chocolate donut.
Chocolate.
Oh my gosh, you're so amazing. All right, ready? All right, so you have your bags with all your letters and numbers in them?
Yeah.
All right, perfect. I'm going to show you what I have today. Do you know what this is?
A puzzle.
It's a puzzle. I've got a letter puzzle and I have a number puzzle. How cool is that?
That's a tiny puzzle.
It is. It's pretty small. All right, so you've got your bags. Why don't you pull your bags out for me? Ooh. What shape is on that bag?
Heart.
A heart. What about the other one?
I kind of forgot.
Is that a square or a triangle?
A triangle.
All right. What shapes do you have on those bags?
A heart and a triangle.
A heart and a triangle. Okay, which one do you want to do first? The triangle? All right, so what I need you to do is take all those magnets in that triangle bag and stick them on the fridge behind you.
I gotta get the
Put
first
all
one.
of them on there.
All of them.
All of them.
Wow. This is very
All right, is that all of them?
Mm-hmm.
All right, good job putting all those up there.
The bag's empty.
Perfect job. Okay, so since you put your numbers on the fridge, I'm going to get my number puzzle. All right, so I'm going to show you a number, and then I want you to find the one that matches it out of all the magnets that you just put on your fridge, okay? All right, first one. Number 5.
That's where like mine.
Yeah.
5 is red.
5, and they're the same color. What color are they?
Red.
They are red. Awesome job. All right, you found 5. Put it back on there.
Yeah.
All right, so grab your bag with the heart. Perfect. All right, those are our letters. So why don't you put all of your letters on the fridge behind you?
Ta-da!
Perfect. Good job. Okay, so now that you have your letters out, I'm going to take my letter puzzle and we're going to match some letters now. All right, are you ready? First letter. A.
I can guess this.
Yes, you can. You're so smart. Where's your A? You did it! You look like Rudolph.
Yeah.
Rudolph! Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Had a very shiny nose.
You got it.
Whoever saw him, you would even say it glows.
Like a light bulb. All right. So in this video example, it's the same type of service that that direct service with the remote technician. However, the clinician has prepared virtual materials for the child to use during their therapy session. So again, with this mode of telehealth, we do always ask that the caregiver is nearby just in case there is a need to assist your child, especially when utilizing virtual materials in the event that maybe they need assistance maneuvering the mouse or turning up the volume or to assist the BCBA in determining if the correct response was chosen when using the virtual stimuli on the screen. But again, this is all just virtual material, so there's no actual tangible physical materials that needed to be manipulated for these sessions. You remember how to pull up the crayon so you can draw on the screen?
Uh-huh.
Show me all of the things that you can write with that are over here. So first one here is a colored pencil. What else can you write with?
I can write with crayons. Markers.
You got it. Anything else on here? All right, last one, pink. Now we get to watch the jellyfish video. Are you excited?
I'm excited, yes.
All right, let's watch
It sounds like
it.
you were saying collided.
Yeah, let's see what they're doing. Oh my gosh, amazing. All right, are you ready to do freeze dance?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, I love your painted nails. Those are so pretty. All right, here we go.
Everybody, get ready to hop! Hopping, hopping all around. Hopping, hopping, hopping. Hopping any way you please. But stop when I say freeze! Everybody, get ready to skip! Skipping, skipping all around. Skipping, skipping, skipping.
I'm going to roll the dice, so just tell me when to stop it.
Stop.
Oh, 1. All right. Introduce yourself. Okay, before we make our next move, let's go look at our to-do list. What do you want to do first from our to-do list?
Verbs.
Verbs? Okay, so I am going to stick a sentence right down here. Can you see this little gray square down here? Okay, so I'm going to put a sentence down there. And I want you to show me all of the verbs that are in this sentence. So Tom walked into the haunted house. When he opened the door, the bugs scattered across the room.
Walked.
Good job. What else?
Scattered.
Mm-hmm. Any more, or is that it?
Opened.
Yeah. Good job. All right. Walked, opened, and scattered. Why are those verbs? What is a verb?
Because they're doing something.
Yeah, it's like an action word, right? Fabulous job, sir. All right, verbs are finished. Move that on over. All right, your turn. All right, touch your nose. You touched your nose. Let's get rid of a star. All right, do this. Yeah, good job doing what I do. You are awesome. Right, you earned all those stars, girl. Now let's read a book. You chose If You Gave a Mouse a Cookie. So which one do you want to read?
Take a mouse to the movies.
That one? Good choice. All right, let's read it. Oh, Harry and Carlos. All right, now which one?
Carlos.
Carlos again? All right, should I go over or up?
Over.
How many over?
3.
1, 2, 3. Oh, it's so close.
Just her.
All right, we're choosing Abby to dress up.
Yeah.
It's the holidays. Let's have Abby dress up like Santa Claus.
What do we need to dress up like Santa Claus?
We need some black boots and
Where'd the boots go?
on her feet.
Oh, she puts them on her feet. Now what?
Now we need Santa's
What does
Put
this
something
look like?
on Abby.
It has a belt and it's red.
Well, here's something with a red belt. Oh. All right. This next video is Caregiver Implemented Services. This mode of telehealth is where the technician, or sometimes the BCBA, is coaching and giving clinical direction to the caregiver. So the caregiver is the one implementing the programs within the treatment plan. This is typically done if maybe the caregiver is fluent with ABA principles, has instructional control within the environment that the therapy is taking place, and is comfortable running those designated programs with their child while receiving feedback from the BCBA and or technician. So in this video clip, you will see that the parent is running a shower routine and a teeth brushing routine from this child's treatment plan to increase those daily living skills. And the caregiver is actually receiving that remote direction from the tech. And I just want to put a disclaimer that this type of service delivery model is typically used after lots of parent training has been done. And again, the caregiver and your clinician are in agreement that that it's appropriate to run this type of service. So we're going to do the shower routine now. Remember to prompt using the visual before using vocal prompts when you're going through the different steps. All right, take a shower. Point to the visual. Yeah, perfect. Good job.
Shower.
Awesome job making that next prompt pointing to the actual shower itself. That was great. Yeah, good job turning on the shower. Great praise too, Mom. Yes, you turned on the shower and you got your towel. Very nice, bud. Yep, and your washcloth. Good job. I love that you're using specific reinforcement and telling him exactly what he does correctly. That's great. Great job. All right, so I know with teeth brushing, historically, he likes to skip a lot of those steps. So just remember to try to give him a pretty non-intrusive block and then prompt him using that visual right there above the sink.
Brush your teeth.
Great job. Super non-intrusive. Just placing your hand on his, that was great.
Yeah, I gotta put toothpaste on first. Perfect amount, bud.
He's doing amazing. He's doing so much better. He's come so far with this skill. All right, and then the last service model, the one that I kind of mentioned briefly before that video, is caregiver consultation. So this is the most common form of telehealth services, and it does have the most research supporting it being delivered remotely. So this is typically provided in combination with the other modes of telehealth services, or as the sole means of service. That's going to differ from family to family. It's going to be completely dependent upon the skills that caregivers already have and what we can build on from there. So caregiver consultation it's utilized when a caregiver is unable to deliver those direct services, but they could benefit by increasing their knowledge of ABA and their child's treatment plan. So just keep in mind that parent education is a very, very important piece of ABA therapy, as we want to be able to provide you with the tools you need to successfully parent and educate your child long term. This really centers on the high quality services and increasing the positive outcome for you and your family. So this service may occur with or without your child present, and it may focus on any or all of these areas over here to the right. So building on caregiver skills, your BCBA will build on the skills that you already have to make your child successful. There are various ABA curricula available that are designed to be parent-friendly and engaging for the parents. So there are some that provide handouts, visuals, video examples, lots of great stuff to help kind of engage the parents and get them a better knowledge of ABA. Problem solving. You will have frequent conversations about different problems or barriers that have come up in your day-to-day life with your child. Your BCBA will help problem solve through these situations. So for example, your child is currently screaming, or maybe they're hitting you when you can't give him or her what they want right away, or maybe you don't even know what it is that they want, and that makes them just so frustrated that they're engaging in some of those challenging behaviors. So your BCBA will work with you to help alleviate those situations and figure out why your child is doing this and what can you do to help increase that appropriate behavior instead and meet the needs of the child. Feedback and consultation on implementation of strategies and daily routines. A big advantage of telehealth is that it can occur, like I said earlier, at almost any time of the day. So your child is struggling with getting their morning routine down and getting ready to leave for school. Okay, you can work with your BCBA to set up a telehealth caregiver session and work through that routine to increase your child's independence right before school starts. Lots of flexibility there. How to reinforce appropriate behavior. So reinforcement is the driving force behind everything we do. So it's important to know what reinforcement is and how to reinforce our children when they're exhibiting those appropriate behaviors. How to reduce or prevent problem behaviors. So this goes back to problem solving. So why is my child doing this? What do I want them to do instead? How do I get them to do it? So my child's hitting herself in the leg. Why? Because she wants something that she doesn't like removed. So what do we want her to do instead? Maybe ask for it to stop or ask for that thing she doesn't like to be taken away. So how do we get her to do that? We have to teach her how to appropriately communicate that she doesn't like it. So I'll make sure that, we have a stop card with her PECs, or maybe we'll make sure that she has a stop button on her voice output device, or we'll make sure that she can begin to vocally request stop, just finding those ways that's going to most appropriately and most effectively meet your child's needs. Emerging concerns. We all know how quickly a skill can regress or how quickly a new problem behavior may develop. just communicate these concerns with your BCBA so that you can work together to help your child and your family. This next slide, I just wanted to throw in here. It's a quote from Grandin. If any of you are familiar with Grandin, she's a spokesperson for people with autism. Her life's work has been to understand her own autistic mind and to share that knowledge with the world, and aiding in the treatment of individuals with autism. So one of my favorite quotes here, my advice is you always have to keep persevering. So keep this in mind as we continue to navigate through these trying times. You will always have to keep persevering, one foot in front of the other. You will persevere and you will get through anything this world throws at us. We're here to help. We are here to help bring meaningful and positive change to your child's life. And then whether we are servicing in person or via telehealth, we're going to be there to help you. So if you are interested in telehealth services from ABA eCare and subsidiaries, you will first need to get into contact with one of our intake coordinators. We'll check your insurance benefits, obtain authorizations on your behalf, and schedule an evaluation with one of our BCBAs to develop that plan of care for your child and provide ABA therapy. Again, there's a lot more to it once you actually meet with your BCBA, discuss risks and benefits, and making sure that you understand what ABA therapy may look like for your family. This is a list of some parent-friendly ABA resources. I will provide this in a handout with the follow-up email that'll follow this webinar so that you guys can click on a hyperlink or copy and paste it into your browser. Obviously, you can't do much when it's just a shared screen here, so I will make sure that these get out to you guys as well. You can also find us on the web and social media for more on our services and events. Included here are all of our affiliate social media handles. We are on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram, and you can also find more information at interventionsunlimited.com/virtual ABA therapy. Again, here is our contact info. You can speak to our intake specialist by calling 1-866-569-7395 or emailing intake@abaecare.com. And then lastly, I just want to follow up on some upcoming events. We do have our virtual social skills group cycle that started today. There will be ongoing evaluation and groups available if you're interested. Reach out to that intake contact info if you are interested. And these are the parent webinars that we have coming up for the next few months. So next month will be picky eaters. March is sleeping problems. April is understanding problem behaviors. May will be preparing for puberty. And then we will continue to update this list as we get more wonderful clinicians to present on all these great pertinent topics. So that is everything. Does anyone have any questions or concerns? Let me look at the chat. So I think this was probably answered during the presentation, but the biggest question is just, how do I know that telehealth is going to work for my family? It's crazy. It's not going to work. It's all virtual. It's way too much work. I can't do it. Just know that you're going to work with your clinician. You're going to work one-on-one with them to determine what is the best way to start. Maybe your child is not ready to sit in front of that screen and do virtual work. Maybe it's just going to be literally you and your clinician talking and doing that caregiver consultation so that you get a better idea of what you need to do to kind of help implement those ABA strategies, or maybe implement a treatment plan. Maybe you have lots of ABA knowledge, your skills are great, we can build on those skills some more, and then you'll actually run the session with the client. You'll be the one, doing like the video of the teeth brushing routine, or maybe depending on, maybe you have an early learner and you can do some of those, doing cards on the floor or objects on the floor and having them match and all those kinds of things. Again, that's going to be completely tailored to your child through their treatment plan. But yeah, I mean, I can't give you a general answer of what telehealth is going to look like for your family because there are so many factors involved, and your clinician will work with you to make sure that you have the best plan moving forward. Any last questions, concerns, anything? All right, well, if anyone does have any questions or concerns, you can email that intake at avaecare.com email, and we will get your question or concern answered, whether it's forwarding it to another party or if the intake coordinator could answer it. But if you need anything in regards to services or telehealth services, in-person services, reach out to them, and we will get you where we need to be and get you the information that you need. Otherwise, I thank you all greatly for joining me this evening, and I wish that you will all have a wonderful rest of your week, and we will see you next month at the Picky Eaters webinar. Thank you.